Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's another packed show for you today, with several new Easter eggs being found within and outside of the map, as well as some very interesting occurrences that, trust me when I say this, you're gonna have to see in order to believe. So let's go ahead and kick things right off with our first story of the day. Recently, as more and more Easter eggs continue to be found on this map, players have begun searching for new side Easter eggs that haven't been discovered yet, with the location that everybody seems to be drawn to is centered around what's behind this window barrier inside the bunker of the map. If you look into the window, you'll see some kind of machine or contraption with something bright blue attached to it. I've seen some people saying that these kind of resemble the Ragnarok DG4s from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, a same looking kind of blue that we saw used in the Ragnaroks in those games, but it seems like this machine might actually be used for something, where the attention of the zombies community was gotten by a Twitter user named Etrazyko, who posted up this clip, where they are inside the Dark Aether, approach the barrier where the machine is located, and shoot their wonder weapon, precisely aiming at the device itself. At first, nothing happens, but then causes a weird kind of activation sound. I'll play it for you once without my blabbing so you can kind of listen for it yourself. So this is where the possibility for this Easter egg starts to become a little contentious, because there's starting to be a divide in the zombies community about what exactly this clip represents, where I've seen a bunch of people say that the fuse in the middle of this contraption seems like it's absorbing the essence from the shot from the wonder weapon after it's hit very precisely, thus maybe powering it up and enabling the next step of this Easter egg. I've also seen people say that that doesn't really demonstrate anything, and that what we're seeing is some weird glitch residual effect from firing off the wonder weapon into a no man's land. Several awesome zombies YouTubers that have found a bunch of Easter eggs here in Cold War Zombies here already, Codename Pizza and Just Another UK Gamer, have been tracking these leads for this new Easter egg, trying to work out a way to either replicate what was seen in this video and or continue on to the next step. Their efforts are still ongoing. But like I said at the beginning of the video, that wasn't the only new Easter egg found in this map today, where Reddit users Super Erickson posted up what is probably, in my own personal opinion, even scarier than the jump scare on this map, in that they have found the existence of hidden voices, actual dialogue that seems to be emitting from various vents while in the Dark Aether here on the map. And the contents of this dialogue is, well, kind of concerning. Take a listen. So yeah, definitely not the happiest of dialogue. He managed to actually parse this out to make it legible by reversing various audio clips that play from the vents here in the Dark Aether, and in terms of an explanation for these voices, and this could get extremely interesting if this is the route Treyarch decides to go. There's an excellent theory over on the COD Zombies Reddit on that post by Kieran, who hypothesizes that the lines of dialogue said during this Easter egg that come from the Dark Aether would perfectly match up with some of the thoughts and feelings of the Victis crew, who at the end of Black Ops 4's Tag der Toten was trapped within the Dark Aether. If this theory is correct, it would lend some credibility to the consistent leaks and rumors that the Victis crew will be making a return here in Cold War Zombies in some way, shape, or form. Within the storyline at the end of Black Ops 4, they were trapped within the Dark Aether. This map, Die Maschine, is the first time we directly get to interact with the Dark Aether, setting up what could be some very awesome surprises down the road. But speaking of surprises, moving on to our next story, players are starting to discover some very interesting items that seem to be located way outside the boundary of the map here on Dimashita, and I'm not talking about the distant monster Easter egg. Instead, people are finding some really weird items out there, like this epic armor vest, which has been pointed out to be a very similar asset used as the level 1 armor vest from Blackout back in Black Ops 4. It's been found in a couple different locations with no indication of why it's just sitting there so far outside the boundaries of the map. So it is definitely a very odd find with no reason it should be out there. I'm interested to see personally what else people find outside the map on Dimashita beyond this armor vest, beyond the giant monster Easter egg, as they continue to explore beyond the boundaries of this zombies map. Now, if you remember before in prior Treyarch Zombies games, we were able to explore outside the map, under the map, in extensive detail using theater mode. But for a first time in many years, Treyarch has decided not to put theater mode in zombies. A change that me personally, and I know a lot of you, are kind of disappointed with. Because the weird part about this is that there's actually theater mode in Cold War, but it's exclusively in multiplayer. I guess starts to make sense why they're restricting it, because in its current state, there's a bunch of clips like this going around, which I can't, how? And people think zombies is crazy, meanwhile in multiplayer they're shooting off disembodied legs at people. Hey yo, but for real, shout out to all you multiplayer guys that are finally crossing over to the zombies side. It's a lot brighter over here, I know it's odd because it's a zombie game, but hey, for you guys getting into zombies for the first time, seriously, a big hello, and you never have to use the phrase, you just get it out of your mind. Skill-based matchmaking, you can get it right out of your head, because there's none of that over here. Now moving on to the next story of the day, a Reddit user named Ben Plays Games TV posted up this image to the COD Zombies Reddit, which just appears to be a regular image of the message of the day, MOTD. Whenever I see that in the menu, I can't help think of Mob of the Dead. But as you see in his image, there's something up there in the upper right hand corner of your screen. So let's enhance, and as you can see, for whatever reason, Treyarch has decided to put a logo of a game that technically doesn't exist. That's the Call of Duty Black Ops 5 logo. And while that logo was up there, it seems like a bunch of people saw it, but then Treyarch actually removed the issue with their latest patch. Now, the reason for this can kind of be explained, right? There's a reason we've been seeing so many Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and other unused and unrelated assets appearing here in Call of Duty Cold War, and that's because this game had kind of a rushed and very turbulent development, where during the course of it, it was handed around by various studios. First, it was being worked on by Sledgehammer and Raven. There was apparently some internal conflicts about where the direction of the game should go, so that development was a mess. Then halfway through last year, Treyarch was tapped to tag in development of the next Call of Duty game. That ended up resulting in Call of Duty Cold War. But as this image shows, this name was a very late decision by Treyarch and Activision, whereas before a bunch of different names for what this game should be called were thrown around. Evidently one of them was Call of Duty Black Ops 5. So I guess really they didn't change it too much. They still kept the Black Ops franchise. They just dropped the 5 and added Cold War. But this all does definitely make you think, and I think you guys would agree, of what this game could have been if it was allowed a little bit more development time, if there was no issues making it between the studios, and if the current world situation didn't happen the way it is this year. I know a lot of people in this community, as well as myself, that as great as Dimashita is in this game, I was really hoping that there would be another zombies map at launch for us to dig our teeth into. This is the least number of zombies maps we've had at launch since World at War. On the other hand, Treyarch managed to make this map, as well as the base game mechanics of Cold War Zombies, so widely appealing and down to its core good that I could really see it start to shine through if and when more content is added to this game. If past leaks and clues from within the map here in Dimashita are anything to go by, Treyarch has some very exciting maps planned for this game, and with the popularity of zombies near its max, near the height of what it's ever been, there exists a real opportunity here for us in the zombies community who have enjoyed this mode for so many years to go a little bit more mainstream with how popular it is and show everybody else, like in the multiplayer community are finding out this year, how exciting this mode and its community can actually be. But guys, that wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy it, hey, consider leaving a thumbs up, and why not subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I make it a point to read every single comment you guys leave on my videos, so if you have any thoughts about today's news stories, definitely share it with the community. There's a lot more going on and a lot more to find here in Cold War Zombies, and I can't wait to bring you the breaking news as it happens. But I want to thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace.